Hey there, welcome back to another episode of JRC TV. This week we're focused on the difference between a problem-focused mindset and a solution-focused mindset. So when thinking about these two different mindsets, the very first place to start is how do you land up with a problem-focused or solution-focused mindset? Well, this is determined by the questions you're asking yourself. Let's just say you have a situation and you've been working really hard towards it and you're about 80% till completion, you're really busting your tail, you're really doing good, and in your mind you start saying this little mantra or asking the question, what do I have to do to make sure I don't give up? How do I avoid quitting? How do I avoid, just falling apart at the end like I did before? Well, one big challenge you're going to have there is you're constantly repeating in your mind what you don't want to have happen. So this is a problem-focused mindset with problem-centered questions guiding it. These questions are constantly keeping your mind on what you don't want to have happen. Now, let me give you an example of this. It's kind of crazy to think about. There was a research study that was done on a road between, I think it was Southern California, Los Angeles, San Diego, and Las Vegas, Nevada. And on this road, there was a weird coincidence that kept happening. The coincidence was every probably quarter mile, or if not further apart, there was a random telephone pole along this road. But for some reason, when anyone would lose control, they would always land up hitting the telephone pole. And so these researchers were trying to figure out how in the world did all these people land up smashing into a telephone pole when there's literally thousands of miles of desert in every direction that they could have just swerved into. Maybe at a cactus or a tumbleweed or something. But how did they keep hitting the pole? And what they figured out was, as someone would start to lose control of their vehicle, in their mind, they would think of the one possible place they wanted to avoid. So they would repeat this mantra in their head. Don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole. And inevitably what happened? They went straight into that telephone pole. Even though there's thousands of other options and all the other places they could have landed up, they landed up smashing into the one thing they were trying to avoid and talking to themselves about constantly. Now on the other hand, how do you get a solution-focused mindset? Well, it comes back to those exact same questions. Instead of having a question based on trying to avoid something or trying to stay away from where you don't want to land up, you want a solution-focused question, a question that leads you to where you want to go. So, if you start to lose control of your vehicle, you'd say something like, hey, drive into the open space. Hey, aim for the open, clear space. And all of a sudden your mind is like, clear space, clear space, clear space. You avoid the pole, you go right into the clear opening and just sand. Or, instead of don't give up, don't quit, don't give up, don't quit, you'd say, hey, keep going. Just keep focused. You're almost there. Keep going. One step after the next. Keep moving forward. Stay consistent. Solution-focused language, solution-focused questions, and solution-focused phrases will keep you focused on where you want to go and keep you moving in that direction. So real simple. Make sure to download today's worksheet because the first thing we want you to do is identify out of all the questions or thoughts or phrases you use today in your own mindset as you're moving towards your goals, we want you to capture and write down what are the top 10 phrases you say consistently or the top 10 questions you use asking and directing your mind throughout the day. Now, once you have those, we want you to rate each one. Is it a positive or negative question? Is it moving you towards your goal or is it moving you away from your goal or moving you towards where you don't want to go? Now that you identify that, I challenge you to rephrase them so they're all moving you towards where you want to go. Now, the final step from there is asking a question. How do we get you to naturally stay in the rhythm of moving towards where you want to go instead of moving towards where you don't want to go? And this is going to come down to building a new habit. We'll link up the old blog we did a while ago on the 3 key elements to building a habit. You're going to want to use that cue, routine, reward structure that we talked about in that other episode to build these new positive questions into a powerful habit that sticks. So the final piece that we challenge you to do is identify the cue, the routine, and the reward. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to the old blog that we link up in the blog here and review that training, that video we did to teach you each element there. But if you know it, you want a positive cue, powerful routine, and then a powerful reward to build the new solution-focused questions and thoughts into your mindset to ensure you're always moving towards where you want to go. Download today's worksheet, have fun with this, make sure to leave us a comment on the blog and tell us how this works for you. And I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of JRC TV.